trying to say is this: you don't have it. You say you don't, but you don't have it. You really ain't gonna have it. You on the show, and you got to say that. But
No, 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 that's not true.
why would you want to do that?
Because I don't think I'm any different from you. You see,
Yeah, we much different.
I mean, I think society's made us different.
You know, we're different. If we all together.
Society's made us different.
No, not society. God made us different.
No, we're just human beings. He made all of us.
We all listen. Bluebirds fly with bluebirds. Red birds want to be with red birds. Listen. Tell me when I'm wrong. Pigeons want to be with pigeons. Tell me when I'm wrong. We should have. They don't have intelligence, but yet they stay together. We should have more intelligence than them, right? Buzzards are with buzzards. Yeah. Buzzards are with buzzards. Bluebirds are with bluebirds. They all are birds, but they got different cultures. The eagles like to hang out in the mountains. The buzzard like to fly around the desert.
Well,
the bluebird like to fly around the trees and the grass.
Problems a buzzard mating with a sparrow, wouldn't there?
What?
There'll be certain.
Right. And we have the problems too. No, I don't see no black and white couples in England or America walking around proud, holding their children.
That's because society
and going out.
That's society's fault. I mean, we've got to educate people around it.
Well, life is too short for me to be raised catching hell for something like that. I'd rather go and be my own. I have a beautiful daughter, beautiful wife. They look like me. We're all happy, and I don't have no trouble. I have no trouble. I ain't that much in love with no woman to go through all that hell. Ain't no one woman that good. You understand?
I understand. Yeah, I do understand. I understand. I think it's sad that
it ain't sad because I want my child to look like me. Every intelligent person wants his child to look like him. I'm sad because I want to blot out my race and lose my beautiful identity. Chinese love Chinese. They love the little slanted-eyed, pretty brown-skinned babies. Pakistanis love that culture. Jewish people love it. A lot of Catholics don't want to marry another Catholic. They want the religion to stay the same. Who want to spot up yourself and kill your race?
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
3, 4, 5. We live.
All the way live.
I'm Rad B.I.D. Jones.
And I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother. This is Hood View Politics.
We go into deep, detailed dive.
Deep.
From the Hood View.
Deep.
You know what I'm saying? Dive.
You know.
And let them know, anybody disagree. Anytime.
The door's open.
You know what I'm saying? At any point in time, you disagree.
Right.
You know?
You know, if you in the house right now and you disagree with something, you can just jump in your car, jump on a bus, get on a bike or whatever. The door's open. Come right on in. We got something for you.
We're damn sure send you the link if you don't feel like getting your car.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. We will send you the link. Just hit us up in the comments or go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. Go to our Facebook page, like the page, you know what I'm saying? Leave comments. Do what you feel.
Yeah, now everybody know is politics right now is the midterms are over. Right? Everything, the dust is settled. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody that went out and vote. Got that vote counted. Trust me, your vote counted. You know what I'm saying?
Whether you think so or not, it did.
You know? So everything is accounted for except for Atlanta, Georgia, where we got Herschel Walker out that thing in
a blooming idiot.
Walnut.
Herschel Walker's a blooming idiot.
It's a tough, man. It's tough. Now, for anybody who don't know, as of right now, Democrats hold the Senate 51-49, right? So
not 50-49.
So if whatever way this go, it wouldn't really matter.
But you want that 51.
Because the lady would come down and say, it passed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you want that 51 because then you control, see if you got 50-50, then you got an even split on all the committees. But if you got that 51, then you know you got the advantage. You can put that extra person on all the committees, and that's what you want, you know.
And then you wouldn't have to worry about my man in West Virginia too.
That maniac. Then Kamala, she can go ahead and she can preside over the Senate, but she got other things she got to handle because we about to enter presidential election season.
And guess who is running?
I told you.
Guess who is running for re-election?
I told you that maniac.
Not re-election, but running again. Is that re-election?
Yeah.
Basically, that is.
It is.
So, anybody out there right now, we trying to figure out how it feels, or how you feel that Donald Trump is running again to be president of the United States. How you feel about that, number one soul brother?
I feel it's too much. It's too much going on. He gonna get indicted. Then he got all these other stuff with he's gonna get indicted over the documents and all this other stuff. He get the stuff with New York, the January 6th stuff. I just think in the process, he don't care. He's gonna really destroy the Republican Party. Not that I'm mad at him about it, but he gonna bring it down. He gonna trash all the candidates that's going up against him. He gonna trash the party in general. I mean, he just trashed Dr. Oz, who he endorsed. He endorsed the dude name and called him a quack.
Because his motherfucking ass lost.
Yeah, he lost now. He that quack on TV. So
now, again, the people that Trump backed will, like usual, gonna be radio hosts, TV show personalities, or famous people. And that's his thing.
And want to be dictators.
So to him, it's just, if I can get Herschel Walker, famous for one thing, football. But if you bring him into politics, most of the people gravitate towards that.
Yeah, blooming.
So, and then again, most votes will come down 50-50 in most of these battleground states anyway. Because you got to remember, Georgia was always red. Red meaning
it's a Republican state.
So just the fact that it's close like that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it shows you the change in dynamics in Atlanta, Georgia first. You know what I'm saying? Just for it to be just closer.
I mean, for Warnock and Stacey Abrams being Democrats to run as tight as they did against Republicans, just tell you that Georgia is changing. It's about to go from a red to a purple state, and then got a possibility of going blue one day.
Exactly.
What's happening is, even Warnock and Herschel Walker, who would ever thought you had two black men battling out for the state Senate seat out of Georgia? Like you can look at it, even though one is a blooming idiot, first class, grade A, USDA choice, dumbass idiot. Talk about Herschel Walker. But, you can see that either, things are changing in Georgia, or the Republicans just don't have no candidates. No decent candidates. And then with Trump as a standard bearer of the party, you're not going to have no, because he don't know how to vet nobody. He ain't thinking about vet nobody. He don't thinking about a platform. He's not thinking about none of that. He's just thinking about what's good for him.
First of all, the fact that he run it this early is only for one reason, and one reason only, right? Now, most people be thinking, why people still be talking about Trump? Nah. People don't remember and always forget that people ran into the Capitol, right? And there's ongoing investigations for that. You feel me? And he in the middle of it. You can't deny it. Now, he jumping out and saying he running for president. Two things he did. He sued the Congress, right?
Yep.
That makes him have to hold. Now, you know what's about to happen. They're about to change people in the Congress. So he sued them. And now that makes it have to hold up for the next Congress to come in, which is now ran by Republicans, which was a smart move. You can't deny it.
Yeah.
But he went on the campaign trail and said he didn't even know this was still going on. Why is they still talking about it?
Oh, please.
Really?
Motherfucker get
But you
paperwork every
sued the
day.
Congress, though. You forgot that, though. You feel me?
And he get paperwork every day. He knows.
And people don't understand. Once he sued them, now they got to do that for that. Now they got to make a case for that, court case for that, which delays things. Which everybody know now. We voted, and when January come, it changes people in the Congress. Now, shouts out to Nancy Pelosi, who is no longer the Speaker of the Congress, Speaker of the House, right?
Yeah, it's about to be McCarthy again.
Now, we'll get into her in a minute, right? And McCarthy. Now, shouts out to her for stepping down, and she also said she's not even going to be the leader of the Congress no more. She's going to leave that up to somebody else. So, shouts out to her. Appreciate everything she did. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she wasn't going to be the leader anyway because the Republicans got control of.
No, Democratic leader.
Yeah, she's not going to be the Democratic. Yeah, she's not going to be the Democratic leader. She's not going to be the minority leader.
Yeah, she don't want to be that no more. That's what she giving up.
But she got so much stuff going on in her life. You know, her husband been beat up and attacked, and he going through what he going through, and then she going through death threats, and you know, people out to kill her. And it's time for her. It's time, you know, in her age and her husband's age and the things that's going on. I think the attack on her husband, that was meant for her.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
put it over the top, and she just like, you know, she not giving up the seat, but she got to step back. You know, let's
stop having so much load on herself. Like,
right, because Republicans. I'm gonna put it like that. Republicans, everything. They, you know. She like something to get they base riled up, because as you can see, damn near all of they political ads this season, it was Nancy Pelosi this, Nancy Pelosi that, Nancy Pelosi this, Nancy Pelosi that, Nancy Pelosi this. It was all about Pelosi, and you got people. She getting threats on a daily basis. You got people running up in her house. You know, her life is in danger. You know, they went up in there on January 6th to kill her and Pence. You know, so, and then this dude that came in their house to beat her with a hammer. And that was meant to kill her. Exactly. So it's just time.
And then,
shit, I'd have did it too. I was like, hey,
shots out to her running. And then again, on the other hand, you have Donald Trump running again. So we're gonna have a high volume of racial activity and a high volume of what's that? The gay bias type. You're gonna have everything.
You're gonna get all of that. You're gonna get all of that. But the reason he's announcing this early that he's running is he's trying to pull another Jedi mind trick on his supporters. You see, he can go to them now and say, okay, that now that he's running, that everything they do from now on is political and aimed to bring him down. Well, he's going to get indicted. He already knew he's going to get indicted.
And
he knows it's coming. Now he can say, legitimately or not, you know, he could put his own spin on. Oh, I'm running for president now. Now they want to indict me. Why they didn't indict me a year ago?
That's the only reason why he's running now. And the Attorney General announced a special counsel, I think yesterday, 2 days ago.
Right.
And it's a key to that, right? Because right now you got Trump running for president and the president running for president, right?
Yeah, well, Biden haven't announced, but
and that will put
him not he's running.
That will put him in a whole pickle. Because you're going to have Trump saying he with Biden or whatever the fuck. So I think it's better for him to then just get it out of his hands, get a special counsel involved. You know what I'm saying? Special counsel people that just take over the investigations. They just take over the investigation. Where is that?
But the problem with that is
make decisions on it.
The problem with that is this. Merrick Garland should have been a long time ago. He'd been in there 2 years. You should have been appointed a special counsel if that's what you want, because he can't do the investigation himself. He got to step back and let somebody else, an outside person, do it. But You waited. Why would you wait until this dummy announces that he's running for president? So now everything you do is seen under the scope of being political, and it's aimed to bring down his candidacy. When you should have been did it. You should have been did this shit. That's the problem I got with it.
I don't know. I think up until now, he could have prosecuted this case with no problem. But once Trump say I'm running for president,
now everything
makes it different.
It's political now. Everything is aimed. He can spin it and rile up his supporters. Yeah. By saying, look at what they doing. I announced that I'm running for president. Oh, now they want to indict me. Oh, I'm running for president. Now you want to appoint a special counsel. I'm running for president. They doing all of this because they don't want me to be president again. That's why he should have been did it.
All right. But again, I'm thinking up until now, he could have just done it by himself, kept on going under the radar, doing the prosecution.
Correct.
But once Trump say I'm running for president, it changes on many levels.
My point
because now this is a better move because it gets him out of it now. He out of it. He ain't got nothing to do with it. He can keep talking about the Attorney General all he wants, but the Attorney General ain't got nothing to do with it no more. It's a special counsel.
Yeah, but the special counsel, he does his investigation, but it's still on the Attorney General. It's still on Merrick Garland if he want to indict based off the findings of the special counsel.
Cool. But if the special counsel, whatever the special counsel come up with, if he go against that, that's different. But the special counsel is there to be an intimate, somebody that's in between and looking at things that's objective and saying, okay, this is what I see, this is what should happen. But so now the AG now going to take his recommendation.
But see,
that's why he put him there.
It's never going to be seen as objective. It's just like when Kenneth Starr investigated Bill Clinton in the Monica Lewinsky mess. The Democrats, and maybe rightly so, maybe wrongly so, depends on your perspective on the situation. They put it out there that Kenneth Starr was put there to do the bidding of the Attorney General at the time, or the Attorney General do the bidding of. He was appointed by a Republican AG in a Republican by Republicans, so he was there to do the bidding to bring down a president. And they're gonna flip the same script at this time. They're gonna say he's doing the bidding of Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland can't come out and do it himself, so he got somebody. He got his lapdog to do what he know that he can't outright do. So that's why I say he should have been did it.
I'm gonna tell you why it's smart.
He should have been did it.
Smart because he was appointed by a Democrat. So therefore, that alone taints him, as far as Republicans are concerned. So therefore, Trump will run around and use that AG, whatever his name, I forgot his name, Merrick Garland. He gonna keep on saying Merrick Garland this and Merrick Garland that. He doing this, he doing that. He was appointed by Biden. If he take himself out of it, he cannot say that.
Yeah, but he's not completely.
And then this next person that has nothing to do with it says, "Nigga, you need to be prosecuted." He has nothing to do with it. He's gonna take his recommendations. Right. You cannot deny the fact that now there's another person saying that, not him, not the Democrat. True. So that's why he did it, and it takes his hands off.
The problem is, who appointed the special counsel? It's Merrick Garland. It's Merrick Garland that appointed the special counsel. And it isn't that he appointed the special counsel, it's when he did it. See, everything now got a spin on it. Everything that they do to Trump now got a spin on it that says, oh, you did not do this till after I announced for president.
Exactly. He said that.
Right, but you should have did it before he did it before he announced for president, and you would have took that shit out.
You listen to two things. He said that, and Biden said that. That's two joints that's mixed up in the same court thing. He cannot say, all right, now you got Biden running for president, the person that appointed him. Then you got him running for president, the person that's in the case. So he got to get himself out of it before it's going to be tainted off the break. It's not tainted if you got a special counsel because you nailed out of it.
I'm not saying it is tainted, but what I'm saying is, look, you got president, you got Biden running. Biden more than likely than not is running for president again. He's going to run for re-election. So now you got Biden who appointed Merrick Garland. And we already know that from the minute that he got in office and appointed Merrick Garland was going after Trump.
Again.
So, hold on. So now you got Biden running for president. You got Biden's AG investigating Trump. And now that when Trump said he's running for president, Biden's AG says, well, I'm gonna appoint a special counsel. You know, I'm gonna jump back out of it, which he was right to do. Yeah, I'm gonna step back, but I got this other dude who I'm appointing. So they'll put the spin on it that, oh well, he just doing what Ever Merrick Garland and Joe Biden want him to do. And that's the spin he gonna put on to his supporters. And then we already know we see from January 6th how far his supporters will go if they think that he is wrong or the election being stolen. That's what I'm talking about. That's the spin he's going to put on it, and he's going to wild up his people. And you're going to watch. You're going to have violence. You're going to have some more violence probably on election day, after election day, if he ends up being a nominee and he runs and loses. That's the thing. I wish. That's why I wish he would have did this. He would have did this a few weeks ago, because you would take that out of the equation and you can't say shit. You know, now that he's already running, he gonna put that spin on it that everything that come down is politically motivated to sabotage his campaign. And you know how his fucking supporters is. They believe anything he say. And that's the problem.
Now he appointed Jack Smith. Now, Jack Smith is an attorney. He's been an attorney for a while and shit. In the Justice Department and shit. I don't want to say he's Republican, but he's not a Democrat, put it like that. So he's been appointed to the joint. Until the day, it's nothing like this. Trump is running. Until he come out and start saying Jack Smith did this and that, I'm trying to tell you, this is somebody that's in their camp. He ain't gonna be able to burn him up the way he wants. He gonna keep talking about Joe Biden and his son, because this person right here is untouchable. Well, that's why he was appointed.
That's Kevin McCarthy's job now, because he already said it. He's done. The goal now is to investigate Hunter Biden, his laptop, and investigate Joe Biden. That's Kevin McCarthy's job. He already put it out there that's where he's going with this. So for the next 2 years, you're going to get all these investigations in the House about Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden this, Hunter Biden that, Hunter Biden this, Joe Biden this, Joe Biden this, Joe Biden protecting his son, nepotism, all of this. That's what you're going to get out of the House.
That's what you're going to get.
That's what you're going to get.
The only key point everybody got to understand is not that it's so close. And I think the Republicans got about 5 votes. So it's not that much where they can sling around and just be willy-nilly with a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna have the votes for
when the Democrats, they didn't have much of a majority. The House been close for the last few years.
I'm talking about far as this crazy ass shit is like investigating Joe Biden's son. He ain't got enough votes for that wild shit.
Kevin McCarthy
he do not have enough votes for that.
No,
all these
Kevin McCarthy. Wait a minute, you might not have enough votes to do this, but they control the committees. They control the oversight committee.
It doesn't matter.
They control the oversight committee. They put who they want on the oversight committee, and McCarthy controls what comes to the floor.
They're not gonna pass anything that's gonna matter.
Come on,
because all that white green shit, he don't have
enough votes. They got subpoena power and they got subpoena power. They got the same thing Democrats just had. How you think they could get all the subpoenas and all the shit they did? They got the same power.
They ain't got enough people to ahead of the votes. They
got the committee
controlling too much of anything.
Yeah, no, but if you got the committees, even though you might not have votes to do such and such and such, bro, you still got the power to put this shit out in the public. And then you got the power to put it out there the way you want it. That's a problem.
He's about to take over for the first woman motherfucking speaker, right? He's gonna be a disaster.
I'm
gonna tell you what. Two things. He don't have enough votes to do the crazy wild shit that he is there to do.
But they control the House, so they can bring to the
presidency and the Senate.
We're not talking about passing laws. We are talking about they got investigation power. The investigation started in the House.
You still need votes.
And they got the committees. They got control of the committees.
You still need votes for that, bro.
No.
You need votes.
You got to
get to the floor. You need votes.
If
for the Republicans talking about 5 more votes than Democrats, that's not enough. To do the crazy wild shit, bro. It's not.
They had the same amount of votes. What was the House? It was 220, 228?
That was Democrats.
Democrats just had 228.
Democrats ain't no crazy shit going on. Okay, for example,
how do you think all the stuff that went down? I can give you a perfect example. If they didn't have control of what they wanted to do, how did they do this fucking investigation of that Dan Snyder?
If they
couldn't do what they wanted
to do, they would have passed George Floyd bill and all types of shit been flying through that motherfucker. Republicans holding out on that because they didn't have enough votes.
We are talking about two,
and they got even less.
Wait a minute. We are talking about two different issues here.
No matter. What if this motherfucker walk up there tomorrow and be like, let's put the wall up? How many fucking votes you think this clown?
We're not talking about
not enough.
Bro, we're not talking about passing bills and passing laws. If they're going to investigate Hunter Biden, they have control of the
need votes.
They don't. They have the committee. They can bring it to the committee. The committee can investigate what they want. Now, when it comes to the point of maybe serving indictments and shit, yes, you better need their votes, bro. You can investigate what they want.
They can have
fun. That's the problem.
But it's not going anywhere with that.
They
don't have enough votes.
But it's still a problem because you're putting all of this out into the public sphere. When you put all this shit out in the public, you can sway the public. You can subpoena. They got the power to subpoena Hunter Biden's laptop now. So then you think they're not going to use that? You think they're not going to look into Hunter Biden's laptop and leak out everything they find if they find anything? You think that's not going to happen?
They don't have enough people in there.
They got the power, and they control every committee. They put who they want on the committees. They control the House. So they can do what they just like Democrats control the Senate. It's two different wings. Just like Democrats control the Senate, they control the House. They can do what they want to do in the House. Democrats can do what they want to do in the Senate.
No, they can't do what they want in the House, bro.
How? They control it.
Okay, all right. It's 218 to 212. They only have 6.
They still got more than Democrats.
Okay, that's only 6 votes.
But they control it.
Hold on. Who cares?
Who's the Speaker of the House now? Who's the incoming Speaker of the House? Who's the incoming Speaker of the House?
Okay.
So you gonna tell me just like Nancy Pelosi could bring what she wanted to the floor and she could deny what she didn't want to come to the floor? You telling me that Kevin McCarthy can't do the same thing and he's the Speaker of the House? Cool. If he's the Speaker of the House, he's the top dog.
None of that matters.
It does matter.
All right, let me finish. It's 218 to 212. There's only 6 votes that separate. It's still 6 counties not accounted for. So it can be even smaller. Republicans do not have enough votes to be crazy at all. Not enough to do shit. And then if Coffee comes, we don't have to worry about him because the Senate can lead with the bill and send it down to the Congress. Right? What do you mean?
Look,
Hold on.
Go ahead. And I'll explain to you how.
Chuck Schumer can write a bill, send it to the Congress, bro.
No.
What do you mean?
Because all bills and all laws starts in the House. It starts in the House. It goes to the Senate. It goes to the President.
No. That's for it to be out. Hold on. That's for it to be voted on. That's cool.
It starts in the House.
Chuck Schumer again can send a bill down to the Congress to be voted on.
Right.
And this.
Go ahead.
He do not have enough votes to be crazy at all. He gonna have to come out and be middle of the road if he trying to be like a Trump fucking Republican. He cannot pass a fucking thing with 6 more votes than Democrats.
You are talking about passing bills and passing laws. What I'm talking about is they have investigation power. They got subpoena power. They have control of this. They have control of the House, and they have control of every committee in the House. That means they're gonna have the majority on every committee in the House. That means they control what comes to the House, what comes to the floor. If McCarthy and the Republicans does not want something to come to the floor, they can filibuster it. They can deny it. They got the power to, just like Nancy Pelosi had the power. What she didn't want to come to the floor did not come to the floor. They did not vote on what she did not want them to vote on. And he has that same power. And he has the power over all the committees. We are talking about the House Oversight Committee. The House Oversight Committee is controlled by Republicans starting in January. They can investigate what they want. They can investigate who they want. They can subpoena who they want. They can subpoena Hunter Biden's laptop. They can subpoena files. They can do all of that. They have the power to do that. And when you get that power, you can investigate. You can finally look inside that laptop. And if you find something you think that helps you, you ain't got to put it out there. We already know they'll leak it. It'll leak, and everybody will know, and it's still out in the public. That's what I'm talking about. They have the committees. They have the Ways and Means.
It's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant.
We're talking about bills that impact you. They can do all the committee shit.
I understand
they
that.
can run around all day long talking about Hunter Biden's son. They can't do anything.
Huh?
One thing, the Senate is ran by the Democrats, and there's a Democratic president. So they're useless down there. Right. And then on top of that, they only got 4 or 5 more votes.
I understand.
They dead.
I understand what you're saying, but what you're not getting is they still have the power.
I don't care about that. That's irrelevant.
And the power in over all the committees is the Republicans. So if they want to investigate, if they want to subpoena somebody, and if they want to indict somebody in the House, they have the power to do it.
That's irrelevant. Nobody cares about it.
It's not irrelevant.
Who cares about them investigating Joe Biden's son? Who gives a fuck?
Okay.
Nobody cares about this. The bills that passed, I care about.
It was an issue. It was an
they
issue.
Can't do none of that.
It was an issue with Hunter Biden. That was an issue during the election. Okay, what was Hunter Biden doing over there with the Chinese people? He got all this money, whatever. But they couldn't do nothing about it because what? Democrats had the House. So you could not investigate. So they could not investigate no matter how much they tried.
You don't understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that stuff like that is irrelevant to me.
Now clear that up to you.
Hold on. That is irrelevant because they can do that all they want. If Joe Biden did something wrong, get his ass there. Okay. If you don't waste your time doing that, who gives a fuck? But that's irrelevant. But they cannot pass anything that would hurt me and my son.
Okay.
That's it.
But we're not talking about, that's not what we're talking
about. Irrelevant. They have
the power now to do shit that would affect the next election. They have that power now. Whatever they do in the House, whoever they investigate, whoever they don't investigate,
that I don't care about.
Okay.
So that's where you can understand where I'm coming from.
I don't care about you said that it don't affect you.
I don't care about them investigating people. Biden shouldn't give a fuck. They shouldn't have done anything. If they did anything, they shouldn't care. If they done something, that's their ass then. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? They can investigate.
Okay.
Hold on. They can investigate till their nose stop bleeding. I don't give a fuck. It's the bills they can't pass that hurts anything.
I know, but bills start.
They can't pass a bill that fucking hurt the air. They can't pass any of that.
So, but still,
they can barely get through the Congress. It will never get through the Senate, and then the president will never sign it. It's dead. What else they want done?
I'm with you.
What else they want done?
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
That's it.
But if you're gonna spend the next 2 years investigating witch hunts, you're not gonna get shit done.
No, that's when the president gonna step in and stop throwing bills at their ass. They're gonna have to do something.
Bills starting in house.
You keep saying that, bro.
You get up. That doesn't matter. It does. Because the bills start from the house.
So if the Senate, for example, the Senate brought up a bill for guns, right?
But they have to say, but
they started everything.
They can start a bill, but it still got to go to the House.
Now listen. And what happened? That's when Congress started writing up a bill. That took that bill and started writing their own bill and sent it back to them.
Okay, now.
What do you mean?
Okay, now
that's what I'm talking about.
Look, what's going to happen?
Who cares?
Well, hold up. You got to care. Because say
we got Chuck Schumer.
Wait a minute. Say the Democrats who control the Senate. They say, well, we got this on guns. We got this. Say
Senate
on guns. Let's say, right, they got to send it to the House. If the House if McCarthy say that's not coming to the floor, it's DOA. Very simple.
What's the difference between him and the red nigga that was there? Who cares?
What you mean?
He was doing it anyway. I mean,
because you basically now
the nigga in the Senate
now in a stalemate.
The nigga in the Senate is doing it now. He did it with Obama. He tried to do it with Biden. He been doing it.
Right. We back to a stalemate.
And Biden been passing bills over top of his dumb ass head.
Right. He can do what he can do as far as executive orders. Yeah.
No, he been passing bills on top of his redneck head. Bills.
Because they had the House.
And because the black lady would come down and say, "Shut the fuck up!"
Right? Because they had the House and the Senate. Now they don't have the House. It doesn't
matter though.
It does matter. It's a big deal that they don't have the House.
Did you ask the question? What? They send a bill down there?
And if McCarthy doesn't want it to come to the floor to be voted on, it's dead.
Then we have the issue. How would it be dead?
That's my point.
All right,
that's my point.
All right, how would it be dead when have his caucus before it?
What you mean?
Like if you, for example, infrastructure. Most of his caucus is going to vote for this shit. He only got 5 extra votes to play with. Are you listening? Stop for a minute.
He controls. Nobody tells him what to bring to the floor. He controls the whole Congress. Okay. He controls what they vote on. Right. He controls what they do in Congress.
All right, now.
That's the problem.
All right, you done.
Go ahead.
Now, it doesn't matter what the fuck he controls.
It does.
Do you understand that? If you send a bill down there, if American people want, the air.
Okay.
We want to take care of the fucking air. The bill is sitting down to the Congress. He's not going to not put it up. He's going to try to put it up. You know why? Because he don't have enough votes. You're not listening to me, bro.
How? He got more votes than Democrats.
Those are not his votes, though.
What you mean?
If you put the right bill up, he can't get those votes.
If he doesn't, he has the power. Kevin McCarthy has the power
to
say he don't have to give a fuck if it's 500 or something. He can have every representative in the House can be for it. If he decides that he doesn't want to bring it to the floor, him by himself, he can kill any bill. He can kill anything he wants. It does.
It don't.
How it does?
It don't.
You can't override him. He's numero uno. Just like Nancy Pelosi was. What she did not want to come to the floor and what she did not want to have a vote on, she did not.
Nancy Pelosi don't matter. She still voted on a bill that had something to do with it.
She wanted to vote on.
But you're missing the point. You still voting on something that has something to do with that.
Because let it happen.
You're not listening. Because the Senate sent you a fucking bill.
It doesn't matter.
Now listen.
Because they can make all the bills they want. But
now listen.
If the Speaker of the House says, we're not voting on that, you're not voting on that. And you check that out.
You're not listening.
All right.
The Senate sends you a bill. You can say I'm not putting it up. That particular bill.
Then you say you want
You can send that bill there and say you don't want to do whatever the fuck. But you're going to send something that has something to do with this topic. You're not going to just, hold on.
I'm with you.
You're not going to do, I'm not putting it up and just run away. You're going to put something up there.
Yes, you can.
You're going to put something up there. If it's a Republican thing or not, you're going to put something up there, bro.
You can. Go check it out.
You're not,
if he does not want it to come to the floor for a vote. I don't give a fuck if the president and the Senate agree on it. If the Congress don't want to deal with it, it's dead.
All right, you done. He only
That's law.
Jimmy Green, he only had 5 votes.
It doesn't matter.
It do.
It doesn't matter. Because
Let me finish
it was the Senate.
Let me finish and tell you why I'm not.
It doesn't matter.
It do. Just like, I'm going to use your example as the West Virginia Bama, and Democrats only got 1 of those fools. Republicans got many more of those that will stop the clownery, foolery, dumbass bills from coming up there. No. And only 5 votes. It's more people that say that dumb shit ain't flying, bro.
They can have 1 vote.
You're not listening at all.
You're not listening to me.
Every time I try to tell you, you stop.
Because you got to understand this. If the Speaker of the House does not
to be voted on,
you say that.
And
be voted on.
We done with that. You said that.
So how can you override?
That's over.
How can you override?
You're not listening to me.
Go ahead.
We're going to start with the Senate sending you a fucking bill.
All right.
Once the bill get there, you're not going to neglect a bill that the country just sent you. You're going to send something. It might be a Republican style shit. Who cares? But you're not going to ignore it. Are you with me? Now, when he do make that Republican, whatever the fucking bill is, he can't go the MAGA route. Why? Because he only got 4 or 5 extra votes who will be more of a middle line Republican than that wild ass shit he talking about. Okay. That's where you gotta follow me at. So
I'm listening.
He don't have enough votes to be stupid. Are you with me?
That's why anything he doesn't have the votes for. You don't think he do the same thing as Nancy Pelosi did? Nancy Pelosi did not bring nothing to listen to me. Nancy Pelosi, as Speaker of the House, and Kevin McCarthy, when he was the Speaker of the House before Nancy Pelosi got it back, if they did not have the votes, they did not bring it to the floor. So whatever was brought to the floor was DOA. That's the power of the Speaker of the House. The Speaker of the House, I don't give a fuck if he got 1 more vote than Democrats. It could be 218 and 217. It doesn't matter. If the Speaker, the power is in the hands of the Speaker, and he can override, nobody can override him or her.
There's no need to override.
You can't, because if he said we not voting on that, you can't make him vote on it.
Again, I just made an example of one reason why you can't just ignore. For example, kids getting killed in school.
Right.
The Senate send you a gun bill. Right. You're going to send it back. It might be Republican. You're going to say, you're not, again, hold on, go ahead. Now, if the Senate say, we send this gun bill down there, right? McCarthy, of course, he going to want to just slap Republican. He going to say, I don't want that. But he going to send you a gun bill back. It's my point. You're not listening to. Give a fuck if he a Republican that can table whatever the fuck he don't want to put up there. But you're going to have to send something back. Hold on, you're not letting me finish. Even though now you'll switch it up to make it Republican. It doesn't matter. Something has to come back out. Now, once it come back out to the Senate, now we massage it again. Now you get it. That's what my point is. He don't have enough votes to go MAGA.
But that's not how it works.
What
that's
do you mean?
The problem with this, the problem is this. Every bill that's ever been passed in the history of this country, they all got to go through the House first. It can be sent back. They can be sent by the House. The Senate can say, well, we got this many votes and blah, blah, blah. We got this many votes to pass this and pass that. If put this in there, okay, but you still gotta send it to the House because it gotta go through Ways and Means. It gotta go through this committee. It gotta go through that committee. Then it go through all these committees. Then it is voted on the floor of the House. If the Speaker of the House says he can say this on his own, and nobody got to tell him nothing, and nobody can make him do otherwise. If he can say, "I don't like that. I don't want that. We're not gonna bring that to the floor, and we're not gonna vote on it." I don't care who sent it. It's there.
So you telling me kids have just got murdered in the school? The Senate sends a Congress the bill. McCarthy there says nothing.
He can say. I don't
nothing at all.
He can do
no. He can do
absolutely.
So it's no bill now. Are you serious?
Yes.
Check it out. We understand he has authority. See, your problem is you're skipping over the fact you're not paying attention to it.
You just saying just because you think just because
we heard
because they sent him something.
We get it. We
They gotta send him back.
We know.
We don't have to send it back.
Again, we know the rules. We know the Speaker, only person that can put this shit up. Right. But again, once the Senate sends you a bill, just like I just told you, kids just got murdered in the school. You're not letting me finish again. You keep saying that, but a bill have to come the fuck back.
No, it doesn't.
Because kids just got murdered and the American people is waiting for you. So you're not making no fucking sense.
How? Because
so again, you're not listening to me when I tell you it's situations where they don't give a fuck. If he got the authority to not say nothing will go up, he have to put something up.
No. He doesn't have to put anything.
Oh my God.
They don't have to put any. It can be dead on. The Speaker has that power. So it can be dead if they don't want to vote on it.
Let me ask you something.
Don't want to put a bill up. He can say
so let me ask you something.
It can go to committee.
When the kids got killed in school, the Senate sent the bill. If he would have said nothing gets done at all, are you serious?
He could have done it.
We're not saying what he fucking could have done.
He could have done it.
We telling you what you're not listening to. You keep
telling
me the rules.
I'm telling you the rules.
But I'm telling you facts.
What's facts?
Are you following me now?
Facts.
If kids have gotten murdered in the fucking elementary, the Senate sends you a gun bill. Right. You cannot say nothing is coming back.
Bullshit.
So you're not making any sense.
Because they don't have to.
We know the fucking rules. But he's not gonna sit there. Nothing comes back.
You saying, okay? You gonna say despite the rules, he gonna send something.
He's sending something back.
You don't have to.
It's gonna be Republican style, but something coming back. You're not making any sense.
Okay.
At some point in time, you're not listening. At some point in time in the history in America, you have to send a bill, no matter what the fuck you like. Where you can make it your type of shit if you want, but something have to happen. Shit. War. So if you tell me Biden sent him a fucking joint for war, and this motherfucker just attacked us, he got a right to say, oh, you know what? I'm saying, I'm not doing anything. Okay then.
That's a whole different
thing. You're not listening. We know his rights, but it's times when you have to send a fucking bill, and you don't have enough votes.
Did you get a bill? Did you get a bill?
Are you listening? Are you listening?
After Sandy Hook, did you get a bill?
Are you listening though? It's gonna be times he's gonna have to send something, and then it's gonna be Republican. Who cares? But something have to come out of it.
Did you get a bill? Did you get a bill after Sandy Hook?
Get it? It was bullshit.
Did you get a bill after Congress?
You didn't. That was the bill I'm talking about now. It's two bills. It's a bill Democrats just passed for the kids that just got killed.
Because why? They had the House and the Senate. That's how it got passed.
Kids that just got killed.
Right.
Stop right there.
Did you get gun control? Did you get any type of gun control?
Senate sent the Congress the bill. Do you know that? Nancy Pelosi did it her way and it didn't pass. She had massages again for Republicans.
Right.
Now you staying with me? For Republicans to vote for it because she didn't have that many votes, even though she controlled it. Are you with me?
Bill.
Now, I'm going to use your example to fuck your whole thing up. Now, she didn't have that many Democratic votes where she could do it the way she wanted, even though she had more. Even though she had more. You had some mansions of the world and more of him that would not vote for it. Even though Democratically, you had more votes. Republican, he got more votes, but it don't Because some of them are not voting for dumb shit. They're voting for mostly Democratic type shit. That's why he don't have the authority to do any fucking thing that he really wants to do. Are you following me? Now. Really?
Because look,
Instead of saying, all right, again,
over the next 2 years, watch what comes out the House.
And it's not going anywhere because you got Democratic president and a Democratic Senate.
Right, because Biden has veto power over anything. Because it got to come. Because any bill is going to get reconciled in the House first anyway.
It's irrelevant.
Hold on. Every bill.
Your problem is you not understanding.
No,
you stumble on Congress
you not
making
understanding.
But a bill only becomes a bill when what?
You still got to go through
a bill only becomes a bill when what?
When it comes to law, it becomes a law when the president signs it.
Thank you. And if that president is Democratic, so whatever you talk about, Republicans cannot send him a mega bill.
If it doesn't get to the president, then he ain't got nothing to sign. They're
not gonna send him a mega bill.
Hell no.
All right, so we on the same page.
They will because they know he'll veto it.
We on the same page then.
Right, they'll send a bill.
All right, let's stay on topic.
But any bill,
hold on. Okay, so we now agree. Even though you're the speaker, even though you running the joint, you got more votes. That don't mean you can do what you want.
If you got a bill that's been reconciled in the House, which everything has to be before it goes to the Senate, because it goes from the House, goes to the Senate.
Can he build the wall? Can he build the wall?
Can who build the wall?
McCarthy. Can he continue building the wall for the Republicans?
No.
All right. Can he can he continue locking up kids on the border? Can he send that bill and continue that?
If he don't want to.
Can he? This is the stuff that he want to do. So can he send that to the president in the Senate?
He can send it.
What's going to happen?
It's not coming out of the Senate.
It's going to be irrelevant.
It's not coming out of the Senate.
So it's not going to come out of the Congress. That's the part you're not listening to. That's the part you're missing.
It can come.
None of that is coming out of the Congress.
Whoa. It can still come out of the House. It won't make it out of the Senate.
That's what you're missing right there. It's not going to come out of there.
Because we got more votes than Democrats.
5 people is not going to get you a border wall vote.
They got more votes than Democrats.
So if all Democrats vote, all their votes, he's going to need everybody.
Okay.
Stop. He's going to need every single Republican to vote.
Hold on.
Are you listening?
No,
he's going to need every single one of those Republicans to vote for a border wall.
Correct.
Now remember, some of those Republicans in New York, LA, they ain't voting for none of that. So you're not making no fucking sense. He can have the numbers like Pelosi had, but you can't do them. You can't do what you want because all those are vote for. You're not listening. All the Republicans are not gonna vote for none of that bullshit. Even though their names say Republican. For example, we had one here in Maryland. The governor.
Hold tight.
That's an example right there.
Wait a minute.
You think he had vote for a border wall? Anything matter?
Wait a minute.
That's an example.
Wait a minute.
If he got those Republicans in the Congress, he can forget it.
Wait a minute.
Now,
how many bills?
It's only 6.
Wait a minute.
You don't have
it doesn't matter. How many bills just came out of the last 2 years with Nancy Pelosi that passed with a straight party line vote, with all the Democrats voting for and all the Republicans voting for, and it passed.
Name one. And I'm a name
infrastructure.
Nah.
Vote. What else? Republicans. Okay, I can give you one. That was a straight party line vote.
Gun vote.
The healthcare bill. The add on to the healthcare bill. That was straight party line. All the Democrats voted for it. None of the Republicans voted for it.
Exactly.
Hold on. You see what I'm saying? No. That bill ended up passing. No Republican voted for it.
Relax.
Did it get to the Senate?
Get back on the mic.
Did it get to the Senate?
Now you see what I'm saying?
Did it get to the Senate?
Now you get it?
You always
stop.
You need a majority in the House.
All right, now let's take each one of your joints for example.
You need a majority in the House. It's not like the Senate.
Infrastructure.
It's not like the Senate.
Did you say infrastructure, right?
Yeah, I was wrong with infrastructure because some Republicans did vote for infrastructure.
That's what I'm saying.
But when the only joint
that no Republican voted for was the guns. It was guns.
And it passed. It was a straight party.
Exactly. You gonna have every Democrat vote for guns. That's a stop. Now, name one thing that every single Republican will vote for. Listen to me then.
You that come out on the street.
Now, flip side. Give me the Republican, whatever that is, McCarthy can put up, that every single Republican will vote for.
The immigration bill.
What can you put up there? You tell me every Republican vote for a border wall.
Every Republican can vote for the border wall.
Republicans in LA
to go to the Senate.
Republicans in LA.
I'm just saying.
Hold on, slow down. Republicans in New York. Republicans in Pennsylvania. Republicans in LA is going to vote for a border wall.
Yeah.
Fuck no. So that's that's like 5 votes you can't get. You tripping?
Okay, but it's still stuff. Just like Nancy Pelosi.
Guns. You can get every listen. You will definitely get every Democrat vote.
If you get every Republican to vote for it, you're going to have a party line vote. It's still going to the Senate. It's going to advance to the Senate. That's my problem.
Hold on.
That's the problem.
Stay with me. He only got 5 votes. Give me that one party line thing he can get through.
The overturn Obamacare.
5 votes? You cannot do it. Yes. Because I'm naming you. Pennsylvania.
You know that every Republican wants to get rid of Obamacare.
That's not true.
Bullshit. So every Republican, even if he don't, say only 3 Republicans vote to keep it. They still got enough. All you need is a majority in the House.
Okay, you done? Let's say he need all of them. Because no Democrat vote for that shit.
You need a majority in the House. They have a majority.
Stay with me. He gonna need every single one of them.
Yes.
Now, you cannot tell me Republicans in Pennsylvania, New York, LA is voting for any white wing shit that's going to get them voted out.
And another thing, how do you...
Stay on that. Well, that's about 5 votes he needs in LA, Pennsylvania, New York. These are New York votes. There's a Republican votes he don't need.
Saying something about the elections in the House too.
Bro, I need to stay on point.
Just a little whatever.
Stay on
congressional district.
No. Some of those votes he had that got him in the lead are in New York. In fact, New York was part of the problem when some of those New York Republicans got in office. You think they voted for border walls and all that wild ass shit that you think he can get through? Fuck no, bro. They barely got in office in New York.
All the dumb shit come out the House.
Bro,
you watch the dumb shit they thought.
We will sit down and watch.
Starting in January,
and I'm gonna prove my point.
Dumb shit that come out the House.
And I'm gonna prove my point
because they only need a majority, and they got a majority. They only need a majority in the House.
I see if he had 15 Republican majority.
They got enough. They got 5. If you got every Republican that vote for 18,
5 is not gonna do it.
And they're not going to vote on. They're not going to vote for every single bill. But it's some things that Republicans going to put up that every Republican is going to support.
You couldn't name them.
Every Democrat is going to support.
Okay,
just like
that's going to be a bill that he can sit in the Senate.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Bro, you're not making any sense.
What I'm trying to tell you is this.
You're not making any sense.
Look, this is
he's not
this is the point.
He doesn't get a Democrat to vote for a border wall.
Point.
Yes or no?
Okay, I'm gonna give you one.
I'm
gonna give you one right now. I'm gonna give you one right now. And you want to tell me this? You tell me this ain't gonna be a straight party line vote. Abortion.
So a Democrat is gonna vote for abortion?
No. If every Republican,
you gotta relax.
If every Republican congressman votes to ban abortion, and every Democrat congressman, whoa, you keep on hollering me again. If every Republican decides we're going to vote to ban abortion, now, and every Democrat say no, we're going to vote for abortion. Republicans have more
You can
votes
say
than
that.
But no. I said if this is the with the way they vote, and which is more likely than not they would on a vote on abortion.
No, they won't.
How?
All right, for example, will the governor of the Maryland vote against abortion?
Whoa. The
Yes
governor
or no?
You got to do a lot. The governor got nothing to do with this.
Can you answer my question?
No, the new governor what? Stop.
No, but he won't, right? He the governor. How? You think Larry Hogan would vote for
He already said he was.
abortion ban?
He already said he would.
In Maryland?
Yes.
No, he would not.
Yes, he would.
Bro,
He already said he would.
you're not making any sense.
He already said he would.
But
he
he
agreed
did.
with the overturning of Roe v. Wade. And he said that
No, he would not even be elected in Maryland. So what are you talking about?
Look, it just got when did it get turned over?
He would not be elected.
Last year.
He would not be
He
elected.
said, what? Yeah, at that time he would if he was up for election.
What's his name? Huh?
Dan Cox was just up. He supported, but he was a Trump.
We talking the Maryland governor.
Right. But you going for the
He is
Senate.
a Republican.
Larry
Right?
Hogan.
He's a Republican. So he will not vote for a ban on fucking abortions no matter what. So once he put that bill out, that Republican is not voting for that, my nigga.
How?
So he don't have that many Republican votes to say he can
How you figure? If the man runs on an anti-abortion platform, you already know damn well he's going to vote to ban abortions. He's going to vote to keep Roe v. Wade overturned. That was a problem. That was one of the reasons that Biden needed to keep the House and the Senate, because he said if we keep the House and we keep the Senate, we're going to codify Roe v. Wade, which we was going to bring it back, make it the law of the land again. But he can't, because Republicans is not going to let that happen. Yes, the Senate would, but it's not coming out the House. A vote for to make abortion the law of the land again is not coming out the House. They wouldn't even put that up for a vote. They wouldn't even take that chance. They don't have to take chances on shit. They know they don't want to take a chance on losing. That's the power that they have, and that's the winner's advantage. That's all it is to it.
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's the advantage that they got now. Because the things that would have came out of the House had Democrats. Well, Democrats can still push stuff out of the House. They still got to January, so they still got the majority to January. But once the majority flip, you don't need a certain amount of votes to get something coming out of the House. All that you need is one more vote than the other side. And if you need one more vote, it's not like in the Senate. It's not like in the Senate where you need 60 votes to pass something. It's not like in the Senate. You need a majority in the House. And that's where the Republicans have an advantage. That's my point. They only need a majority. If they got 218 votes, and the Democrats say got 217 or 216, they can put out anything. They can send. I ain't gonna say put out anything. They can pass anything that they want in the House, send it to the Senate. It probably won't get out of the Senate, but they can still send anything to the Senate.
It's not gonna get out the Congress.
Because they only need one more vote than the other side.
For example, all that Joe Biden son shit, he's not gonna be able to do none of that wild shit.
He's
gonna have so much heat on him that he can't do all that wild. Watch.
Look, let me tell you something.
Watch
and
what
this
I tell
is
you.
what the motherfucker said the other day.
Watch what I tell
you. And you can look this up. They asked the motherfucker, they asked the ranking motherfucker the other day what was going to happen. They said what was going to happen with the investigation into Dan Snyder. You know what he said? Oh, that's dead. We're going to spend that time investigating Hunter Biden. And you can Google that.
None of that matters.
It does matter. It does matter in an election year. It does matter because you got people like us who listens to this shit. You got people like Trump supporters who's going to listen to this shit, and what comes out of it, what gets leaked out, what they find out, what they leak out, what they put out. You got people it's going to sway some people. It's not going to sway all the people. Might not sway a majority of the people, but it's going to be some people that listen, and it's going to be a person like Trump or DeSantis who's going to use that, and he's going to wild up their base, and you're going to have dumb shit like January 6th all over again. Yeah, in the end, you probably won't. They can indict him. He can go to trial. It'll indict him, but the trial is in the Senate, so he won't. So boom, that ain't happening. So you can indict in the House, but the trial in the Senate.
They getting indicted, bro.
Yes, they can indict. They can do what they want.
Again, that's gonna be another example right there.
I understand.
All right, now.
I understand what you're saying, but you're not understanding what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying,
they
got the power. They got the power to investigate who they want. They got the power on these committees. We're not talking about the House of Representatives as a whole. When these joints is broken down to these committees, ways and means. Like if they send up a when they sent up the infrastructure bill, one of the committees it went through was the Ways and Means Committee, and they determined if it's enough money and where the money coming from, where they're gonna shift around the money to get to pay for the infrastructure bill. That's what that committee does. If that committee says we don't have the money, we can't get the money from here, there, and there, the only way we can get the money is say we got to raise taxes on the upper class or the middle class, and which we know middle class taxes is not going up in a Democratic administration. It would have been gay if they didn't. So when you go through the House, you got to go through all these committees, and the Republicans control the committees. Even if you got a bill that come up that got some Republican support, if it goes to the oversight, the Ways and Means Committee, all these other shit, all these other committees they got, if they say we can't do it, it won't get done. And that's only like what 5, 10, 15 people on the committee. So they can hold up any fucking thing they want. That's the power that they have. That's what I'm saying. And McCarthy has the ultimate power. He can say, fuck no, we ain't voting on that at all. We're not even going to discuss that on the floor. He controls what gets discussed and what gets debated on the floor of the House of Representatives. And if he doesn't want it, just like it was shit that came up that Nancy Pelosi didn't want, and she didn't put it out there, he has the same power. That's my point.
She did put it out there. She just made it Democratic. That's my point.
Right. She put out what she wanted.
The bill was put out.
She knew what she could pass.
You're missing the point.
Hold on. She put out what she knew she could pass.
It doesn't matter. It had something to do with what was sent to her. She sent it back, even though she didn't like it. She made it her way and sent it back.
She didn't do that.
That's what he can do.
She didn't do that for everything.
Yes, she did.
She didn't do that for everything.
Bro.
She didn't do that for everything. You can look that up. She didn't do it. It was some things that you can best believe Nancy Pelosi said. They probably said, well, we got this, that, and the third going on. And, and she might have said, it might have been up. Because it been bills, it been just like, okay.
For example, remember, Tim Scott put up
I was about to say the same thing.
I said the same thing. And then what? Put up another one.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
You not listening. That's my point.
What you got to
It ain't like you ignore it and say nothing happened. You will put your own shit out.
They put out shit like the Tim Scott bill. They put the Tim Scott bill out there to show that it was some bullshit and that the Republicans wasn't even serious about what happened in the George Floyd bill. That's how you ended up.
She still made it hers and then sent it to the Senate.
No, they rejected that
she
shit.
Still
they came out with their own bill. They said, oh, hell no. That Tim Scott bill was some garbage. And
you're missing the point, though.
And they rejected it.
It was still a bill going out on the same topic. You get it?
I understand.
All right, that's my point.
But
it ain't like he gonna ignore things.
Not bill went nowhere.
He gonna send things out that's easy to for you to vote for. Is what I'm telling you. He's not gonna send you MAGA shit.
Thank you.
What do you mean?
What? You don't know what this motherfucker gonna do until he do it.
He can't.
Watch. I don't think.
You think he can?
I agree with you on the MAGA shit. I agree with you. They're not going to send you. They're not going to send you extreme MAGA shit because for one, the Republicans are they are trying to move away from.
They
Trump.
don't have enough votes,
and so Trump don't have the motherfucking power, or he don't have the say or the stroke he wants to have within the Republican Party after these elections. So you're not going to get the extreme. You're not going to get the extreme bills that Trump would be behind. But you're going to get some dumb shit because I'm telling you, they're going to vote. They're going to vote. Republicans are going to vote to motherfucking change Social Security, and they're going to vote to change. And they're going to vote to change Medicaid. We already know. We already know. That's on their agenda. That's on every Republican's agenda. They want to change. They want to
Democrat in the world in the Congress.
We already know. We already know that. So we already said that. But we know this now. That come January, it's going to be a bill come up to privatize Social Security, or they're going to try to gut Social Security some kind of way. And it's coming out of the House because they only need one more vote than the Democrats. That's all they need. So we know it's going to the Senate. And when it's going to the Senate, it's not even coming out of the Senate. We already know that. But you best believe they're going to put a vote, they're going to put a bill up, and in that bill, you're going to see everything they're going to want to do to Social Security. We're going to do this, we're going to privatize this, we're going to cut the benefits here, we're going to do this and do that, and they're going to vote on it. And you're going to get 218, maybe 217 Republicans are going to vote for it, and maybe 208, it's 218, so 213 Democrats is going to vote for it. And then you know what? They're going to say, boom, we're going to send it. We're going to send it to the other side of the building to the Senate. And the Senate going to look at him and say, you can kiss my ass. And that's what's going to happen. Watch. I guarantee you that. Nothing going to come of it. I agree with you on that. But that's not going to stop from putting their agenda out there, especially in an election year where.
Okay, you just made a lot of points there. Point will be is, if they do that, they know that's some fake ass shit for Trump to run on. Because they know none of that matters. Because we both just explained why that's not going to matter. Whatever they put up. Right. So if they do, they'll make a laundry list of shit they can throw out there for Trump and MAGA and them to follow.
Look,
but it's not going anywhere past the Congress.
This is the deal.
But you're making my point.
This is the deal. Because you're going to get, it's going to be an attack on the Senate next because they're going to already believe that they're going to get the White House back. I don't think so. I don't believe so. So they begging on getting the White House back. So that means they're going to pass all of these bills it's going to be all of these bills that come out the Senate. That come out the House. And you know what they're going to say? We got a Democrat-controlled Senate that's blocking the progress it's basically going to be an attack on all of the senators who are up for re-election in the next election. That's where the problem comes in.
Yeah.
Because they can take that, they can say to their constituency, they can say, we put this bill up to change Social Security or whatever, or change gun laws or this, that, and the third. We put this bill up to do this, or we put this bill up to lower taxes for the rich. We put up a tax bill, and we sent it to the Senate, and the extreme Democrat or the left-wing Democrat Party rejected it. We only need two. We need two seats to take the Senate back. And they're going to go after the Senate. That's how they're going to go after the Senate. So it does matter. It does matter in a big way.
Now you made one point. Now you just said what Republicans are going to have their mind on. Now we step back and listen to everything we just said. Well, Tony Soul brother was just saying They gonna investigate. They gonna do border shit.
Yeah.
And they gonna try to get Hunter Biden, whatever the fuck he did, right?
Yeah.
Now, flip side, Democrats are running the whole thing, right? They wasn't doing none of that, right? So
bullshit.
We're gonna
I'm
listen to.
I'm gonna cry bullshit on that.
All right, we about to listen to my man right now.
I'm gonna cry bullshit on that because they did a bullshit personal. It was personal, and they went personally after Dan Snyder when they should have went after the league as a whole, because he wasn't the only one that was involved in the shit that they went specifically after him. And Carl Maloney went straight after him. So you think they're not gonna do the same shit to Hunter Biden, especially when this motherfucker came, when they asked this motherfucker, and he point blank, they said, what's going to become of the Dan Snyder investigation? And he said, point blank, that's dead. We're going to use that time to investigate Hunter and Joe Biden. That's exactly what he said. And he said, I believe it was Thursday.
No, I'm talking about the Democrats.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Now, we know what they're going to do, Republicans. Right. Now, what I'm saying is, what Democrats do when they in control is different from everything you listed from investigations and all that other stuff. Correct. And I want the Democrats holding a press conference, and he was explaining a list of stuff that he did. I want everybody to understand that a lot of things happened over these couple of years with Nancy Pelosi in charge.
Overperformed expectations, and we will have momentum going into the 118th Congress. But we are at a point in time where the focus should continue to be on making sure that every single vote is counted.
Do you think that it's time for new leadership in your party?
I think it's time to make sure that we finish the business of the American people over the next few weeks before the end of the 117th Congress, and also to make sure that we keep the focus on counting every single vote in the races that are out there, candidates who are on the battlefield, a few of our incumbents in races that haven't been called, and we're going to continue to support their efforts. Second row.
Yeah, it's another bill they about to put up. Well, Democrats want to put up. It's a voter rights bill, right?
Yep.
You heard about that? That's the next thing about to come up.
And they better get it before January.
That's the next thing about to flow up out of this thing. That's a huge bill. First of all, they want to make, this is Democrats, not Republicans. They want to make the day itself a holiday. Well, nobody go to fucking
nobody go to work. No school.
Everybody no school. Fucking vote. Everybody vote. Everybody don't have no reason after that. You know what I'm saying?
That's why they hate voting days that they put on Saturdays, because people don't work and you can get that many more people to the poll.
Well, we're focused right now on.
But see, I agree with what you're saying on what
and Americans
Republicans vote for and what Democrats vote for.
Joe Biden
because we've seen the difference. Those who pay attention see the difference. And those who gonna pay attention after January, you gonna see a big damn difference.
True. Because like the CHIPS bill, the Science Act bill, the bill that cap all motherfucking insulin at $35 or something like that. People don't recognize it until they recognize it. Right. You know what I'm saying? When they about to go do it, like, oh, 35 for real? What happened? That was the bill. You ain't know nothing about that. Okay, all right, cool, give it to me. You know what I'm saying? That it's a lot of stuff that was passed that people don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's I'm gonna tell you. But on the flip side, once you get a Republican in there, they don't think about doing nothing for people. They're not gonna do nothing. And I need people to understand that.
That's why I said, watch in January when the House flips, and you watch the bills, because they only need one more vote than the other side to pass anything and send it to the Senate. There's nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. There's going to be very few bills, because there's some things that they want to agree on, and they're gonna call it bipartisanship, because you might have one or two Republicans that might vote for it. So you got some things that probably will come out that might pass. But the majority and the big shit, you best believe ain't shit going in that Senate that's coming out of that Senate going to Joe Biden's desk.
Nah, but All right, for example, if he tell him, all right, if the Congress send him a voter right bill, right?
Yeah.
Senate do whatever they do to it, send it to him. He'll sign that.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. That's the stuff I mean. He can get stuff out of Congress that will get everybody to vote for it, all his Republicans and all that. But will he do that? No. He gonna go the MAGA route and try to send some shit that nobody voting for, bro.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen.
I'm telling you, that's my point exactly. What's going to come out of the House? This is going to get to the point. It's going to get to the point where Joe Biden is going to step in, and you're going to see a lot of times you're going to see McCarthy, Chuck Schumer, if Jeffries, the Democratic leader, which I believe he's going to end up being, Jeffries and whoever the Republican leader in the House, you're going to see them summoned up to the White House a lot, and he going to try to reconcile shit and say, and going to try to make a deal. Okay, everybody not going to get what they want. We want this, y'all want this. We're going to meet in the middle. But but the closer we get to the election, Republicans ain't giving up shit, and you know it, because they don't. A Republican don't want to be in an ad that say they supported anything that Joe Biden and the Democrats did. So they're going to say no. They want all three chambers back. They want the House, the Senate, and the White House. They want it back. So
of course, because if you care about the air and you care about guns in the street, then it make it easier to do stuff like that. Yeah.
And that's another one. You know damn well that Republicans are climate deniers and climate change deniers. You really think a bill for climate change is coming out of the House?
No. See, I think the President Biden has been, I'm gonna tell you what people don't understand more about the presidency is maneuvering, right? For example, he talking about voter rights right now.
Yeah.
So he's not getting into anything that will cause conflict. Like voter rights is something that we can discuss. Republicans will come to the table and talk about that. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
But
you get it? So he being smart by picking and choosing. Like when he had Democrats down in the Congress and the Senate, when Nancy was down there, you was sending gun rights bill. You was sending stuff for the air. You was sending chips. The bill, the chips bill. You sending infrastructure because you knew all these things you wanted done. You knew that was coming back to you to sign. You feel me? Yeah. Now, as a Republican and slight lead in the Congress, he changed it to some other stuff where Republicans have to fight in Congress about this. For example, those 4 or 5 that he want on board, no, it's not going to be on board with him with this voter rights shit that McCarthy would think Republicans will be on. You feel me? This will put a fight in the Republican Party. This is smart politics.
But the problem is Republicans is constantly trying to deny people their voting rights. You got the
that's why we put this voting right bill up now.
Right. They better put it up. That's my point. Another point I had. They better, everything that they want to do and they want to put out there and can get passed, because they can pass a lot of shit before January to mid-January. They got to do it now. And some things they're gonna have to do now. But you're gonna have a Republican-led House that's gonna try to overturn a lot of that shit and turn it back around. That's a problem. And that's a problem for them, because you got a stopgap you got 2 stopgaps, because most of the bullshit is not coming out of the Senate, especially if they get 50. Well, they don't need 51 votes, and because they got Kamala Harris as a tiebreaker. So whatever Joe Biden don't want coming to the desk, even if it's even,
Right. I mean, they just passed the marijuana joint yesterday.
Yeah.
So they sneaking shit in there. That marijuana.
Right.
What's that? Medical marijuana. Some shit they got going on.
Medical shit.
They passed that joint yesterday, real quick.
So
what is it? Marijuana opportunity prevention, some shit.
So back to the point again.
Marijuana Act they just passed.
So
infrastructure. Man, them niggas.
Watch over these next few weeks, especially going into the Christmas break. They're gonna try to get a lot of shit done before Christmas. Watch, and you're gonna see everything that the Democrats want going to get done now and try to get done now is shit they know is not coming out of the House led by Kevin McCarthy. They already know they knock this shit out right now. Get it out there, vote on it, and
Republicans are running on just a little buzzword I heard that earlier today. I keep hearing these Republicans saying, "Oh, Democrats they like crime, they like open borders, they're normal joints." And some new joint they were saying today, "Oh, you want to pay people for nothing, or paying people not to work or some shit." So there's some new shit they got going on. I'm thinking they hit to unemployment. You know what I'm saying? So that's some new shit they got about to come out to y'all. So listen to that.
That's old shit. That's some old shit they done recycle. So that's telling you now that one, you're right, they're going after unemployment benefits and they're going after welfare again. Because if they looking to basically they're trying to get rid of Social Security.
That's their goal from the beginning.
Right.
Mostly everything, y'all realize most of these things are Democratic thought of bills. Right. Democratic put these stuff in. So, Republicans have been trying to get rid of Social Security, Medicare, anything that they didn't put in, that all your Americans are using today, Republicans they've been trying to get rid of since the beginning of time, bro.
Look.
You don't know that your Social Security that your grandmother using, Republicans trying to get rid of. You don't know that.
If they want to change or get rid of Social Security, you know damn well they're going after welfare. If they don't want you to have unemployment benefits, you know they don't want you to have no benefits of any kind. That mean at some point they're gonna attempt to pass laws, union busting laws. That's coming. All of that shit is coming. They're going, it's still going to be an assault on Obamacare, even though ain't really shit they can do about it now because it's been so long. You can't really,
They still try shit.
But they still
trying. The problem is, like Obama said, once it passed, ain't nothing. He said this shit too. Once it passed, and people start benefiting and getting their understanding and getting used to this normal way of life, there's no way Republicans keep trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, but they're gonna.
What they do is deprive them and don't feed it the funds.
And we see what we got a problem with is this. You got a Republican Party that's in charge of the House. You got people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and people like that. That's just out there because you still got some MAGA Republicans out there. And you still got some extreme right wing Republicans that's not MAGA Republicans. So you still want to get these extreme bills. Like you gonna get some shit. You watch. They're gonna see some. They're gonna try to sneak some shit in on guns. All that shit.
I don't know if you heard Miss Obama, man. She said, all right, she was talking to somebody the other day in an interview. You heard this?
I heard.
And
why she never wore braids?
I wonder what you think about this.
Why she never wore braids in when she was in the White House? And she said, because the country wasn't ready for it, which is true.
Now she was interviewed, like you said, and my thing is, all right. First, she was like, I don't think the country. She wanted to wear braids and she wanted to wear her own hair natural, but she didn't feel like the country was ready for that. So she wore straight hair. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
I mean, I think she was right because look, motherfuckers had fits when that man wore a tan suit. If she came out with when you get to wearing braids and natural hair and stuff, that's I ain't gonna say exclusively black, but basically that's a black style. And you got a lot of white people who don't care one way or the other. But then again, you got a lot of people on the other side that don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't get with it to see this woman come out with braids and her hair done up a certain way, and like even when it was talk, even that time when she had her hair done and she had the bangs, it was talk about that, you know. Remember when she first got in there, it was one I think it was, I don't know, it was a representative, it was somebody in Congress that made a point about, you know, her big ass. So, you know, them being the first black couple in the White House, I understand where she's coming from because they was under more scrutiny than any other couple that been in the White House. So if she come out, you know, with some purely straight up black style that they can't, that white people can't understand, you know, they had a fucking fit.
I don't know. Listen to that joint, man. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling that right there, bro. Like, I feel like you was the first black female. You should just let it all hang out, man. You want to come out with your nappy head, you should have done that shit. You should have made a statement like, this is me, this is who I am, and shit. This is black. I'm black. Like, the fact that she skipped over that period of time in history to make that mark in history kind of blows me, you know? Like, you took the route of saying, I'm just gonna straighten my hair like a white person and shit, like, so they won't be mad at me. Like, I feel some type of way about that because I just think like you was there to represent, not to influence people, the black kids and black youth or black women to try to be white or try to fit in like that. You should have just been you. You wanted to wear braids, you should have put fucking braids on somewhere in these 8 years. Who gives a fuck? After you got elected the second time, you should have been balls to the wall after that. You had no excuse. She could have went out that joint with a bush, all types of shit after that second election. Like, come the fuck on. Like, no, don't be there for 8 years and wear straight hair and be like, I wanted to wear braids. Like, fuck you. You shouldn't have done that. You should have wore braids. You should have came out there with your bush. You should have done with no makeup. Been black then. See, that the farm I don't like, because the fact that you was in the office representing black people, you just took it at that and left it at that. You took your black soul out and just lived the white man life. And that wasn't what you was there to do. You should have been black. So when we look back into history and look at First Lady, a black woman, we were supposed to see African bushes. We were supposed to see, she should have made it her point to get African hairstyles on her fucking head before she left it. But she chose to get her shit straightened like a white woman because she felt uncomfortable. I feel some type of way about that bullshit. I ain't know that until she said that. That to me is turned into a problem for me. I like turning to that.
I feel your point, but
I understand.
She
the first lady. You there?
But you gotta understand this too. There hasn't been a first lady. The only other first lady that influenced fashion style, not only among black women, but all women, period. It was no other first lady that was as stylish and influenced fashion the way Obama did, Michelle Obama did, except for Jackie Kennedy. No other first lady before or since.
True. But
did that.
But as far as her hair, she didn't do anything natural with that. She said trans with her hair. I mean, with her clothes. It was the hair she avoided.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until she said, I started looking back at her some of her pictures, like, she right. That bitch straightened her hair fucking 8 years straight.
But it's a lot of
he's lucky her shit ain't falling the fuck out.
But there's a lot of black women out here, you know, that's in the spotlight you ain't never seen.
That disturbed me, bro.
You ain't never seen with natural hair.
That disturbed me. So, same thing with Obama. Like, he was president for 8 years. He couldn't make it a point to have a barber, like, in the White House to cut his fucking hair? That everybody know about?
He had a black barber.
We don't know.
He had a black barber.
We just guessing. Like, we should have been.
His shit was too tight. For
we don't know though.
White barber to do
he should have been motherfucking rotating barber.
Unless he had a white barber. They got their own specific barber.
This nigga should have been rotating them joints like all right, this week, this month right here, this year right here, this is my barber, such and such and such.
It's like
he didn't do none of that.
Just like the Senate. When you go to Congress, I think it's down on it might be down on, it was one of the bottom floors. They had their own barbershop in there. So that's irrelevant though. Just like Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton had his own personal barber. His personal barber charged him
now, for example, now I give her credit. She was doing it straight and all that shit. She did make her hairstylist famous. She kept pointing her out. She was on videos with her and all that. But Obama didn't go that route where a haircut is more frequent than a hairstyle. He could have been the person that put black barbers around the country on point.
Yeah, Raheem do my fade.
Like he could have been like this week right here, the barber of the week is haha. You know what I'm saying? Whoever the fuck that is. You know what I'm saying? Obama could have done that, bro. Those are certain things I think they dropped the ball at.
Yeah, I think
but she really fucked me up with the hair. I didn't think about it.
They're not gonna put it. Even though I think Obama had whoever was cutting his hair back in Chicago. I think they was flying him in, and for security reasons, they're not gonna put that out there anyway.
Nah, he could have been blowing all barbers. He was there for 8 years, bro. You know, niggas get their hair cut every week. He could have been flipping them barbers around, making sure all barbers. He could have touched so many barbers in America, bro, and blew that shit up somewhere by just one cut that week. They didn't gotta be there the whole week. Just 2 cuts. He put them on display on the YouTube, whatever the fuck they do. Just Barack Obama barber for the week.
I mean, I understand what you're saying about her. If she wanted to wear natural hair, yeah, she had every right to it. If she wanted to do it, she could do it.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I understand where she's coming from as far as the country wasn't ready.
I'm disappointed in that.
But
you should have made them ready.
And then again, it's a lot of black women you never seen naturalized.
She should have made them ready for that shit. So that's the only way I'm disappointed about that. Because I never thought about it until I always seen her with a straight hair.
Because look, if she had came out with an afro looking like Angela Davis,
love that shit.
Good God Almighty, all hell would have broke loose.
Braids and shit. She said she definitely didn't want to wear braids. She thought that was gonna cause a problem.
Because you getting in the oh my God. You getting into, that's strictly African black style, So, I think if the braids was done up a certain way, she could have rocked it. She could have been real fly.
Oh man, every week she had new hairstyles doing braids, bro. Every month, few months, been like that. But his is more frequent. That's why I'm more on him.
Just like you don't see it, you very rarely. Well, they encourage you, the men to be clean shaven because you very rarely see with a mustache and a beard.
Obama always shaved his shit off. I ain't like that.
Yeah, so
but that's what some of Marcus Allen used to do that shit too.
That was,
all black people that start making money do that. Why do that?
I don't know. I mean, it's just. I mean, I don't know why.
Crazy, yeah.
Because if it was me,
you gotta realize white people do that.
Just like I don't know if it's like a thing for the camera. Just like you very rarely see newscasters. You don't see newscasters. Newscasters are always clean shaven. The first one I seen that really rocked this shit was Chuck Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Max Robinson had a mustache. You see him have a mustache, but you very rarely see you ain't gonna never see him have a big ass Rick Ross type beard or no shit like that. But
hell no.
I mean,
I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed. That's all.
Yeah, I mean,
disappointed me with that.
In
my mind, it never dawned on me because I'm thinking that's just her style. That was how she liked it. Shit. But before she was pregnant, she had braids, and she took them off purposely for that. That disturbs me. And stopped wearing them for 8 years.
I mean,
fuck. I'm disturbed.
I mean,
I'm disturbed.
It's just I just think going into them two going into the presidency and
I mean, how white you want?
The things that was said about him, that they wanted to try to make him out to be a militant and all this shit, and make her out. At one point they tried to make her out to be an angry black woman until Obama said, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth."
I mean, the second time she could have let loose though.
Yeah, that's true too. I think towards the end. But
braids.
But see, I don't think
the afro.
Me personally, if she did it towards the end, I don't think it would have had the effect
than the beginning.
Than it would at the beginning or in the middle.
I know what you're saying.
So I wouldn't have. If she'd have been to the, everybody, then everybody, oh, now they about to leave the White House. Oh, now she want to wear her hair like that. Nah, so if you started it out that way, so I can see you just going through the whole thing, and if at some point you wanted to experiment, and probably she had advisors, or because they got fashion, they got people that basically tell them how to dress, tell them how to look, what colors to wear, how to wear their hair, wear this, that, and the third. So she probably had people in her ear. She probably wanted to do it, and they was probably in her ear and like, I don't know about that, because the country's not ready for it. I mean, shit. Kamala Harris ain't came out with an afro yet, so I ain't gonna hold her. I ain't gonna hold her to that standard. Because I kind of see the situation they was in, and plus black style. We got black people. We got mad swag.
And you shit. Yeah. I don't know. I just felt this point. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know she did.
Man, you got to step out back.
You know what I'm saying?
But
yeah, like you said,
it's just because just like Obama said he wanted to. Obama might want to grow his shit out and get cornrow. He might want to get dreads. You think about Obama jumping out there with some dreads and shit, or has some twist in his head.
He should have got shit faded too.
Yeah, this shit was faded.
She got faded with a motherfucking pot in that.
I don't know, cause I don't wear no fade. I have worn fade since I ain't had a fade since
Obama should do that.
Almighty. So that's how I rock it. Only regular.
We appreciate everybody, man, to be turning in every week, every damn week. Don't forget, just pop in on your ass just to serve. Right. Everybody don't know, man. We just see that on the wall. Because my man ate the hot chick. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all see that, that's what that means. The blue chip now, the new one. You know what I'm saying now?
I crush that motherfucker.
Enough.
And if you don't believe me, it's on YouTube. So check the channel out and subscribe while you're at it. And yeah, that's something bitch like.
I'm mad because they made it hottest when I eat, so I know that. Woo! You know what I'm saying? So appreciate everybody, man, that tuned in to us. We definitely be in Tuesday.
Yeah, something like that.
You know what I'm saying? With our usual family and guests. You know what I'm saying, dog? On the Hoodview Politics. You know what I'm saying? Hoodview.